Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Michelle. Welcome to my channel. If you could please hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification button right next to it so you can be notified every time I upload a new video like today. A lot of you guys have been asking for something, a caldo without meat, without chicken. I decided to make you guys this caldillo de papas. Now, this is something my mom would make us. It's like a real comfort food, but if you guys do not like papas, you could definitely make this with chayote, and I have that video up on my Instagram. Without any further ado, let's get on to today's recipe. Hello my beauties, welcome to Food Friday. The ingredients for this recipe goes as follows. We're gonna need about 2 to 3 garlic cloves, 1 onion. If you want to have some spice, add some serranos or some chiles. I only have these. These are homegrown, not my home, but they're homegrown. 4 tomatoes. I'm using about 3 potatoes. They're medium-sized potatoes. Some cotija cheese, chicken bouillon to taste, and a little bit of salt, and then some mejorana. The first thing is first, we're gonna go ahead and wash everything that needs to get washed. As you guys know, we wash everything, we prep everything, and then we start cooking. So I'm just gonna go ahead. If you have the potatoes that have to get peeled, go ahead and peel them. To peel your garlic, si tienes un molcajete, it's super easy. Just get your molcajete and just smash it, and the skin comes right off. So a little bit over half of our onion, we want to cut it in juliennes or in little strips. Just little strips, medias lunas, you know, however you guys want to call them. And that is going to be for the actual caldo. Whatever onion you want to put in your caldo is up to you. I just went ahead and added half, a little over half. I'm going to also add this little piece. And then from the other half, I'm just going to take a little pedacito, and that's gonna go in the blender. So like helping out the blender a little bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my tomatoes into tiny squares, not tiny squares, but smaller squares, just to help out the blender a little bit. You don't have to do this. I mean, whatever kind of blender you have, it'll blend. Pero para no forzar la máquina, I just went ahead and cut a little bit. Onto the potatoes. As you guys know, I use any kind of potatoes on sale. This week, actually, these potatoes were on sale, and I actually like these a lot more than the brown potatoes, just because the skin on this, I feel it's more soft. So I actually don't even peel them. I don't peel these yellow potatoes. I do peel the other ones, so the brown ones. But these, I just cut them to little squares, and then I just put them to cook. Now, what I like to do with the potatoes is actually pour some cold water. Make sure I wash them really, really well. Now, on to our cotija cheese. I, for one, really like when I am able to get like a spoonful of caldo and papas for there to be actual cheese. I don't like crumbling it on top. So what I like to do is just go ahead and cut them into the same pieces as the potatoes. So like little squares, little bite-sized squares. We should have something like this. Aquí está mi cotija cheese, my queso cotija, las papas también in little squares. Tenemos estos julienne style. Esto va in the blender. We're going to put this in the blender along with the tomatoes. In my blender, I'm going to go ahead and add the little piece of onion. If you want it spicy, add your chiles. If not, don't put your chiles. And the 3 garlic cloves. 4 tomatoes. You could add some salt here or some chicken bouillon here to the blender. Or you could wait to see how salty it's going to be. Because remember, this cheese is a little bit on the salty side. You could do however you want. You could put chicken bouillon and salt in here, or wait until it's actually in the pot. I have all this in the blender now. Now, it's very important, we are not going to add any water to this. No water. All the water is going to come from the juice of the tomato. Now, while that's going, I'm just going to go ahead and preheat this pan. Our pot is nice and preheated. We're going to add a little bit of our oil. Let that get nice and hot for us, and we're going to put in our onion. So how do you know when your oil is ready? Obviously, you want to put your hand in there. Hello, it's oil. It's hot. You're going to want to take a wooden spoon. This is my wooden spoon. Yes, a lot of you guys have told me that's an ugly wooden spoon. It's dirty. It's not dirty. It's just very, very old. But I love it. I love my wooden spoons. What you want to do is just go ahead and put that in the oil. And if you start seeing bubbles just like this right here, then you know it's nice and ready. Now our oil is nice and ready. We're going to go ahead and add our onions. Once we see that our onion is nice and transparent, just like this, we're going to want to add our potatoes. Go ahead and add your potatoes. Now, if you want to put salt and pepper on this, like you want to salt it, you could go ahead and do it. I just put a little bit on it because remember the cotija cheese is very, very salty. I put mostly all pepper. I put a bunch of pepper in this. Now we're going to go ahead and mix it, give it a nice little stir so everything can get mixed in there together. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cover it and leave it covered for about 5 minutes. It's been about 3 to 4 minutes. You do want to keep on stirring it occasionally because you don't want it to stick to the pot. So here I have my tomato mixture. I'm going to go ahead and set that in there slowly, carefully. Add a little bit of water, mostly to clean the blender out. I'm going to add about 2 to 3 cups of water. We're going to pour it over just to make it nice and caldudo. Once you have it seasoned, you want to go ahead and just cover it. I like my potatoes not to be super, super mushy, but just like right at the point where they get, you know, soft. So I like them a little bit crunchy still. So what I do, I just check them every, you know, 2-3 minutes or so, stick a fork in it. And if it goes in like tenderly, then they're ready. And if they're not, then I know they're not ready. So just cover it, leave it on medium heat for about 10-15 minutes. I'm about 5 minutes into cooking this. I'm gonna go ahead and add some mejorana to it. 3 fingers get. So like if you could put your fingers into, you know, the little jar or whatever, it's whatever your little 3 fingers get. Like that, más o menos así, give or take. And we're gonna crush it. And you wanna put it in there. Give it another like 5-10 minutes maybe. Still medium-high heat. Once you think you know they're ready, we're gonna add the cheese. So I'm gonna leave it about another 5, maybe 6 minutes, and then we'll come back to put in the cheese. Alrighty guys, so I actually let it go for a little over 10 minutes. As you can see. Let's get our fork, and you could tell if it's ready or not. So we're gonna get our fork. Oh yeah, those are perfectly ready. Now, since we really like cheese here in the house, I actually went ahead and cut the whole cotija triangle. And what you're gonna do is basically just carefully put it in your caldo, cover it. So now we're gonna cover, right? We're gonna let it come to a boil. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on high heat really quickly. Let it come to a full-on boil and then shut it off. And there you have it, hermosas. Miren, nada más que delicia. They're yummy, they're delicious. And there you have it, hermosas. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not already, follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. I will leave all that in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!